Hello, hello, and welcome back to Tennis Ace. We're here with everyone in the morning still, gearing up for lunch. Maybe it'll be a good time. Before we have a chance to continue our discussion, the sound of footsteps, soft and barely noticeable at first, begin to echo upstairs, reaching the stairs and making its way down. Morning. Shuichi-kun. I almost didn't see you there. Really? How did you manage that? Look how big he is. I mean, facts?
I'm not that much taller than you.
Mom walks up to Shuichi, or reaches up to his head, petting him gently. It's good to see your face.
Thank you. Yuichi's invited me to have lunch here. I hope that's alright with you.
Of course it is. It's always good to see you around. I'm sure we have more than enough food. Her eyes scan the rest of the kitchen, quickly falling on the ludicrous amount of pots and pans full of food I have lying around. Too many to fit on the stovetop, some having been dumped into glass containers, and the rest now atop the counter. Yuichi-kun, what is this? Huh, I got a bit ahead of myself. Do we even have any ingredients left? Anything in the freezer at all? I promise I'll go to the grocery store later today. Mom rubs her temple, sighing loudly. Don't bother, I doubt we'll need any for the foreseeable future. Sorry. At least you didn't make too big of a mess. Actually, you have Shuichi to thank for that. He cleaned up while Aniki was cooking. Oh.
You didn't have to throw your brother under the bus.
I know. Aki, you suck. Don't talk to your... don't talk like that to your brother. Fine. The little shit, hides behind Mom, cheekily showing off his tongue while laughing under his breath at me. I swear, your personality regresses at least 5 years whenever Mom is around. Well, at least we already, know there won't be a lack of food, so you know it won't be a problem. It's always good to have you around, Shuichi-kun. I don't see you quite so often as I'd like anymore.
Thank you. We've both, been very busy lately, I'm sure. But that I'm, comparing my workload to yours, Not that I'm comparing my workload to yours, ma'am.
Oh, don't be like that. You're allowed to have troubles of your own. Someone else having more or fewer problems doesn't invalidate your own. Aki, help me set the table. Mom quickly walks up to a nearby cabinet, grabbing a few plates and handing them over to Aki. She continues to chat us up, keeping most of her attention on Shuichi. Her tail wags excitedly behind her. Seeing it like that makes me want to laugh, but I somehow manage to contain the urge. So tell me, Shuichi-kun, what have you been up to? I hope school hasn't been too difficult.
No, not at all. Dad's been a bit more, strict, than usual with making me study, but that's just because of college entrance exams looming close by.
Do make sure to take time off for yourself, though. There's no point working yourself to exhaustion. If you, don't handle your stress levels, you won't be able to, function properly.
Right.
That really doesn't sound convincing at all, coming from you. I think you'll do really well in the exam, Shuichi. I can't imagine you failing one.
Oh, thanks. That's really nice of you to say.
Will you be spending the day with us? I'll be busy busy for a bit longer, but I can rush through my work to make time to spend with you boys.
Oh, no. Yuichi and I actually have plans. We were going to eat out together, but there was so much food in here that we decided to stay.
Is that so? What are your plans?
Our plans, that's...
What's wrong?
It's nothing. We were just going to spend the day, out.
Yes, I got that much, but doing what? Are you going to the movies or something?
Well, we're going to go to the park.
Really? That sounds lovely. Which park?
The, Kikishobu Park.
Oh, that one is beautiful. My work colleagues love it there. The girls in my office talk about how they go on dates there often. Did you know that they have some paddle boats? I had no idea.
Right. I guess it is like that.
Mom might actually be too oblivious, but just from the look of Shuichi's face, I can already imagine what his plans are. Guess it won't be a surprise now anymore. Huh. And now Shuichi is shooting me a bunch of coy looks. It's really cute to see him looking all flustered. He always acts self-assured. It's nice to see him embarrassed. Hell, I wish I could get him like that on demand. Would be a great way to get back at him for embarrassing me all the time. Have you ever been to Kukishobu before? It's a bit out of the way. Where is it even? I've never been there.
It's, a bit outside of town.
How far? About as far from us as we are from Tokyo, I would say. Just on the opposite direction. That's pretty much a neighboring city by that point.
Not really. It's a bit out of the way, but it's still in Saitama.
It'll probably take you at least an hour to get there. Maybe you kids should pack some leftovers so you can eat while you're there. If you're going that far just to have a day off, you should at least stay for the sunset. It's pretty beautiful there.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you've been there before. With how far it is, when do you even find time? This was years ago, way before I started working on the cases for the Supreme Court. I definitely don't have time to make that sort of trip now. The time it would take me to make a trip is about all the free time I even have. Mom, I hope you realize how sad that sounds. I know. It's all right. Once you're done working on all those cases, I should be able to take at least a full month of vacation. Really? That sounds awesome. When should you be finished with those? In a couple years, probably. Oh. Way to get our hopes up for nothing. I'm doing my best, sweetie. These things just take time. I hope you realize I'll be out of the country by then. That's an objective fact. Mom finishes reading readying the table for us, clapping her hands together as if to call for an end to the conversation, turning back to us with a wide smile. That's enough of that now, though. Come on, let's eat. It's not often we have the chance to eat together as a family, even more so while having Shoichi-kun over. Sure, yeah. Come on, Shoichi, you can sit next to me.
Right.
And don't forget to wash your hands before you eat. Got it. Mom seems to be in a really good mood today. Is all of that just because Shoichi is here? It'd be nice if it was. I guess this kind of thing is nice too. Okay. Once we were done with lunch, Mom seemed to waste no time basically shooing us out the door. Shuichi tries his best to put up a fight, insisting to help clean up, but she threw a fit about how a guest isn't supposed to clean up in the first place. When Shoichi kept pushing, I thought for sure I was about to witness a homicide, but Mom seems to have taken it in stride. You're lucky she loves you, dude. It's really not fun when she loses her patience. However, as soon as we left the house and began our walk to the station, Shuichi fell unnervingly silent. I tried making small talk here and there, but he would only respond with one-word answers or grunts for the most part. With every passing second, I get more and more nervous about it. I don't like being the only person talking, and I can't help feeling like something has upset him. It can't be because Mom wouldn't let him help on the cleanup, can it? Please, God, tell me my boyfriend is not enough of a dweeb to be upset over something like that. I'm begging you here. You're... Are you okay? And there it is again. Holy crap. I'm really not imagining this, am I? Taking a deep breath for courage, I walk in front of Shuichi, stopping him on his tracks and turning around to face him. Okay, that's enough. Spill.
What?
Why are you sulking?
I'm not.
You're not gonna tell me that not being allowed to clean was enough to ruin your mood, are you?
My mood is fine.
No, it's not. You've been super difficult.
How am I being difficult?
You're barely even talking to me.
No, I'm talking to you now, aren't I?
That's not what I mean, knucklehead. Shoichi, you better tell me what is going on, and I swear to God, I'm turning around and heading back home.
You're not serious.
Fine. Let it never be said that I am not a man of my word. Once the last thread of patience I had snapped, I merely walked past the husky, leaving him dumbfounded on the street. I barely made 5 steps before he rushed after me, grabbing me by the wrist and spinning me around to face him again. Let go.
Stop. I'm sorry, please. Don't walk away from me. Don't walk out on me.
Then spill.
I didn't mean to. It's just that.
It's just that what?
I wanted it to be a surprise. Our date. I wanted my plan to be a surprise. Misaki-san kind of ruined it.
That's what this is about? Are you kidding me?
No. This kind of thing is important to me, okay? We haven't really had an actual official date before.
We've had a few.
Spending time together like we always do isn't a date. Or, at least, I don't want the bar to be that low.
I'm a bit, flattered, but Jesus, man, you really went about this the wrong way. So what? Mom accidentally figured out your plans, and that made you upset. Just because of that?
I wouldn't say that I'm upset, I'm just... Okay, I'm upset.
Holy crap, just getting that out of him was worse than pulling a tooth. It's not that big a deal.
How can you say that? This is probably our first real date since we started going out.
Probably.
It's not like I've kept track of everything we've done so far.
We've had dates before. We've gone out for walks. You've taken me out for ice cream, for food. This is hardly the first time. I say, completely aware of the fact that I'm a dirty hypocrite, since that is not at all what I was thinking to myself earlier today. Shuichi doesn't need to know that, though. The last thing he needs is validation for his insecurities.
That doesn't count.
Why the hell not?
Because I didn't invite you out for a date. We just went places without thinking too much about it.
You have got to be kidding me.
Hey, there's a certain etiquette to this kind of thing. You can't just do whatever you want and call it a date. You have to go about it a certain way.
Jesus, since when are you this old-fashioned? If we go out and have fun together, as a couple, what difference does it make whether you call it a date when you invite me out or not? You're so difficult. Not to mention that, if what you're saying is true, we've had sex before, having our first real date as a couple. I wonder why your sense of etiquette didn't kick in when you were trying to get laid. Funny how that worked. I'm getting myself all bitter again. This isn't good. Change the subject, Yuichi. Change the subject. So, what are the plans?
They have those real, these are really,
They have these really pedal boats? Really? Okay.
In the, shape of swans at the park's lake. Anyone can rent them. I was kinda hoping we could get one, and watch the sunset together from the lake.
I have to admit, that sounds really nice.
Right. It's, why I'm so annoyed that your mom ruined the surprise.
She didn't know about it. She was just excited.
I know that.
Then why are you still annoyed?
I don't know. I didn't have any answers, okay?
No, I don't expect you to have all the answers when it comes to random stuff happening around us. I do expect you to at least be able to give me a reasonable explanation as to what the hell is going on in that head of yours. You can be such a pain sometimes.
Forgive me for being sentimental. I thought our date was as good a time as any to let you know I have feelings.
This isn't about being sentimental. You're just throwing a tantrum because things aren't going absolutely perfectly like you planned them. Which kind of sounds like a bit of a pattern with you, now that I think about it. You can't be serious.
I just wanted to do things right, especially after...
Especially after what?
Nothing. Forget I said anything.
You're going to go quiet again on me. Make up your mind already. Look, it doesn't matter whether it was a surprise or not. Your idea is amazing. I know we're going to have fun no matter what. Can you stop being so bitter about it? Oh, there. I got the bottle open with one hand. Amazing. We got there.
The surprise was totally ruined, though.
Oh my god, will you let this go? Come on, big guy. You're sulking again.
I'm allowed to sulk a bit. I wanted this to be perfect.
Yes, I'm aware. You've said so. You've said so about it. You don't need to keep repeating yourself. So fussy. At a time like this, the best strategy for diffusing Shuichi's toddler tantrum would be taking a quick look around. I make sure no one else is nearby to see us. If I'm going to do this, I need to be quick. While Shuichi is too busy kicking the floor and mumbling under his breath to pay attention to me, I quickly wrap my arms around him, passing them below his armpits and pulling him close to me.
What are you?
Before he had the chance to run his mouth and ruin it, I stretch my neck a bit, capturing Shuichi's lips with mine. His entire body tenses, caught completely by surprise by my sudden advance. If there's one thing I've learned since we started dating, it's that Shuichi loves kisses. I feel a bit dirty using it as basically a way of getting him to stop sulking, but I don't have any better ideas at the moment. And, well, I'm not gonna complain about kissing. I guess I'm a little biased towards it myself now. Finally, his brain seems to catch on to what is happening, telling his body to relax against my embrace. Shuichi wraps his own arms around mine, leaning into the kiss, his tongue pushing its way inside my mouth. The fur on the back of my neck stands at attention, not being prepared for the sudden intrusion. I try to pull away on reflex, but Shuichi's grip on me tightens, and I'm spun around again, suddenly being pushed against the wall, or pinned, more being like it. Shuichi, wait! My protests falling on deaf ears. My lips are being once again captured with no chance for escape. My grip around Shuichi's back tightens, with my fists clutching the fabric of his shirt against my claws. What was at first a gesture of my own making suddenly leave me caged and defenseless. This is bad. He's completely losing control again, and we're in public. No, more than that. I didn't sign up for to go this far. Shuichi's hand travels down lower and lower, making me yelp with Shuichi's mouth when I feel something brush against the base of my tail. Shuichi's big, muscular tongue keeps pushing its way inside my mouth. I'm probably taking my own Yeah, trying to push it away as some kind of encouragement. Okay, stop. This isn't a good time. We haven't discussed this. This is exactly what I've been worried about for a while now. You're taking it too far. My grip tightens into fists into Shuichi's back. I feel the fabric of his shirt being crumpled beneath my fingers. The tension is so much that I feel like I could hurt my hands with my claws. Yet it instantly vanishes. I can't. If I say something, I'll end up hurting Shuichi. It's not like he's doing it on purpose. I know he'd stop if he knew I'm uncomfortable, but this is stupid. He's my boyfriend. We're dating. We've been together for a month today. I should be fine with at least this much. Shuichi's hand squeezes my butt, making me gasp inside his mouth. Shuichi quickly pulls his face away, keeping his grip tight around me. He looks around, probably making sure that no one is around to see. At least he's aware of that much. During the few seconds where he watches the street, I merely rest my face, still red hot with embarrassment, on his chest. Hearing his heart beating so fast inside, he's probably just as nervous as I am. That's right, I don't have the right to act like some kind of victim here. Shuichi is just as nervous as I am. He's probably doing his best to take the initiative, since I'm clearly terrible at it. Yeah, that's right. I should just keep at it. If we do it enough, if I let it happen enough, eventually I'm bound to get used to it, right? I shouldn't ruin something good just because I'm some kind of skittish idiot. It's just kissing and touching. It's fine. Before I realize it, Shuichi's other hand touches my stomach. He makes his way up, sliding his hand up to my stomach and chest, all the way until it reaches my neck. Shuichi's gentle pushes me away from him, looking down at me with a smile, his eyes sparkling. He looks so happy now. How could I take that away from him? He leans down, and I close my eyes, waiting the kiss that I am sure to come. That I am sure to come. Okay. Instead, I gasp as a feeling like electricity shoots from my neck, all the way down the rest of my body. Shuichi puts his lips into my neck, kissing me, first gently. Before long, I feel teeth and... Shuichi! I clutch his shirt. I clutch on his shirt, tightens again, and as the pressure on my neck increases. He's biting me. No, not hard. It doesn't hurt, but the pressure is uncomfortable. And I'm sure it would leave marks. What is happening? After what feels like hours like this, Shuichi's teeth slowly unclench from around my neck, being followed by the warm, humid sensation of his muscled tongue running against the same part of my neck that he bit.
I've always wanted to do that.
What did you do? What was that? What just happened?
I was hoping to leave more of a mark, but I guess it won't be visible through your fur anyway.
A mark? You wanted to leave one? Why? I don't know what to say. My neck tingles. But even more than that, my heart is beating so hard inside my chest that I can hear it in my ears. It's deafening. Shuichi leans forward again, and I tense up. He's not going to bite me again, is he? Instead, his mouth hovers just next to my ear.
If only we were someplace a bit more private.
Those words send shivers down my spine. I'm afraid of asking what he's thinking of right now. No, with his hand still groping my butt and and with the thing pressed up and throbbing against my stomach right now. I have a pretty good idea of what he's thinking. There's no point in pretending like I don't. Huh, right. If only. Come on, we should hurry up. I can't wait to see what else you have planned for today. Shuichi laughs, stroking my face with his thumbs.
You're right. We shouldn't delay it too long. I don't want to risk getting there and not having any boats left for us to rent either.
Right. See? That's a very good point.
Come on, like your mom said. Kukishobu Park is a bit far, so we have to hurry.
Just like that, Shuichi turns around and starts walking away as if nothing happened. I don't know how to react. For fear of being left behind, I quickly rush to follow behind him. My head hurts. I feel like I should say something, but the more I think about it, the less courage I have to find. I can find to do it. No, it would be more accurate to say that what little courage I can find is quickly leaving me. I've never been good at imposing myself. It's not like it's a big deal anyway. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, I think I'll end the part here, so I'll see you around, everyone.